this clip posted by ATL Uncensored, it looks like the woman hits a man who was sitting in his seat. Both are not wearing a mask. Atlanta police say the woman was detained once flight 2790 landed in Atlanta on Thursday and accused her of injuring passengers and Delta employees. The FBI took over the investigation, and so far, no charges have been announced. But our legal experts say this passenger could face some serious consequences down the line.
She could also be charged with a felony by interfering with the lawful duties of not one, but two, I think maybe three flight attendants, because they had to restrain her and continually ask her to stop.
She might also face criminal charges for assault, maybe battery. My understanding is she punched him, scratched him, and spit on him. And I think each of those individually can be a criminal charge, a criminal count.
We've heard so many of these stories. Shout out to the flight attendants. This is not what you signed up for, self-defense. The FAA says it has received nearly 6,000 reports of unruly passengers this year, and most of those complaints were over masks, which are required when not eating or drinking on flights.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachach Kodash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Lord, when this lesson is edifying to remember the Lord's elect, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who still rule and teach well, who told me this 100% truth, and peace and blessings and safety to the Lord's elect scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth. And the Lord has these people, these Edomites, these Idumeans, these Americans, these Babylonians, these modern-day Assyrians, these modern-day Egyptians. Those are all biblical terms that are used in the Bible to describe this place, America, and its citizens. And these people are extremely divided. They're terribly divided. They're beautifully divided if you're looking from the perspective of the servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because we understand that this division is a result of prophecy, and one thing that gets people roused up is the tongue, and that's pretty much what I want to talk about in this lesson. Is the main thing that gets people agitated and can cause violence is words that are spewed from a man's tongue, and I'm gonna play this video, and this is dealing with the mask frenzy, and these people that are brainwashed and psychologically induced in a hypnosis, by this man's media, because the word media goes back to the Greek pagan god Media or Medea. Okay, that's where you get the word media from, which was the goddess of illusion, if I'm not mistaken. Matter of fact, let's look that up real quick. It says Media, it's spelled M-E-D-E-A. In Greek mythology, which you Israelites, you so-called Negroes and West Indians and Haitians, you were the main ones that pretty much founded Greek mythology. Our people, they turned away from the Heavenly Father, and they turned into all of these myths, all of these false gods. And that's why the Lord said in Jeremiah 11, according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Because that was pretty much our people back then that was, coming up with these cunningly devised fables to combat Yahweh Shai, because they hated the Messiah. The 2/3 have always hated our Lord. So it says the Greek goddess Media, and all these Greek goddesses or gods, they were all dark-skinned, pretty much. Majority of them were all dark-skinned. But over time, this devil, he whitewashes everything, says he came up with everything. So that's what happened with Greek mythology as well, which, who cares, because the shit is false anyway. But just going back to the point, the Greek mythology, Medea is the king of Aeetes, of Colchis, a niece of Circe, and the granddaughter of the sun god Helios. And this is all myths, people get all into the comics and, I'm trying to think of something that people get into, like these, fictional books that people get into. But at the end of the day, it's all fake. People get into their TV shows, Grey's Anatomy, but at the end of the day, look, it's all fake, So our people was worshiping these Greek goddesses, and, they were worshiping the relationships that they had with other gods, but it was all fake. Anyway, it says she was a sorceress. This goddess Medea was a sorceress, and that's why the people who are plugged into this man's media, they are pretty much, like I said, they're under a spell, and they believe that, the boogeyman is out here, and if you lower your mass a centimeter, you're gonna die, So without further ado, I'm gonna play this video.
All right, so I'm at the store trying to shop right now.
No pictures in the store,
Oh,
please.
it's not a picture, it's a video.
Sir, you would not keep your mask up. Now it is up for the video.
No,
Please,
here.
Please leave the store.
I was trying to smell these candles here to shop at Dollarama here as I pull my mask down to smell. And now I have another guy yelling at me over here to put my mask up. Unbelievable, man. I will literally never come back here again. You guys are outrageous, man. I've never had such a terrible experience in my life. Here, let me just show this gentleman's face for the camera here.
Get out.
And this guy too.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah. Yelling at me.
It's no loss to the store.
Why,
Sure.
Please
why
leave,
are you
sir.
attacking me too? I don't
I
understand.
won't be shopping here anymore.
Yeah,
if
that's
you're gonna
really
talk to
aggressive,
people.
man. Jesus.
Please leave the store.
That's so insane, man.
Please leave the store, sir.
Oh, I just want to make sure that everybody sees.
All this over him lowering his mask to smell a candle. Okay? Remember, Draco, Draco was an Athenian law scribe, okay, a good, maybe 1,000 years ago. He was Athenian law scribe over 1,000 years ago, and he was known for having harsh sentences for minor offenses. Okay, so this is all over him lowering his mask to smell a candle. All of this fury, all of this rage, all of this aggression is aimed at him for such a small offense. So we're under draconian measures. We're under draconian legislation. Anytime you have to wear something over your face and restrict your breathing by law, that's draconian. Okay, which Draco, the word Draco means dragon. Or the word dragon in the Greek is Draco. Dracon, Salaki.
Excuse me. How do we ordered a lift when he
How aggressive you guys are being.
Please leave the store.
Okay.
There's
What
no
door is
need
he at?
to talk to people like that.
Really rude.
There's no need to bring that mask
I
down.
literally was trying to smell a
Sir,
candle.
you were
and
accurate
your
to him,
staff-
and then you were abusive to me.
Your
That's it.
staff
You were
started
being
shouting at
abusive,
me.
actually, and so is your staff screaming at him.
We need to leave.
He's got a mask on. What's
He
it?
was not keeping it on.
I was
That's
trying
the
to
problem.
smell a candle.
The mask stays on at all times.
How do I
100%.
smell a candle?
You have to just do the
Well,
best you
should
can.
probably take the candles out of the store. That's the tendency with candles, is to smell them. I will gladly never come back to your store.
Me either, and that is disgusting behavior.
Yeah.
So that shows the hypocrisy of E, man. You selling scented candles, but yeah, you can't smell it because you got to keep your mask on at all times. But had this individual recording the video, let's say he wasn't such a cool, calm, and collected. Let's say he wasn't as well spoken. Let's say he was having a bad day. The way that they was coming at him, the way that they was talking to him, this is what's going to cause the violence that the scriptures speak about because of the division that Yahweh Shah has sent in the earth. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 28, verse 10. As the matter of the fire is, so it burneth. And as a man's strength is, so is his wrath. And according to his riches, his anger riseth. And that's pretty much Esau, Edom, man. The more powerful he gets, the more angry he becomes at Jacob, because Jacob is waking up. As he establishes his new world order, he's getting more and more angry because while he's doing it, the Israelites are waking up. It says, and the stronger they are which contend, meaning fight, the more they will be inflamed. So you're going to have, like I said, if that guy was a little bit younger and that guy was a little bit more rough around the edges, that could have been a heated bang out, fight could have broke out. All over what? Masks. And we see this all the time. We see news clips of people fighting over masks and shit like that. And that this is going to cause the violence, man. We're going to see a lot of this on a large scale. That's why I'm prophesying through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shemel Rashad that more of this is going to come to pass and more of this is going to lead to violence. People are going to get killed. People are going to get shot. We're going to read it in verse 11. It says, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 28, verse 11, in hasty contention kindleth a fire, and in hasty fighting sheddeth blood. You see? And that was a hasty contention. It didn't lead to fighting, but if it did, that's how blood gets shed, okay? When strangers fight, one person bumped into somebody else at the gas station. When strangers fight, it's not just we just body shot straight to the body, or when somebody gets submits, just let them go. No, when strangers fight, blood has to be shed. A lot of times it's to the death, because you don't know this person from a can of paint. Okay, so you gotta fight to the death, and that's the mindset that people are about to be in. Those that do not hearken unto the gospel and believe in Yahweh by Shemel Rashad, but believe in this man's system. Sirach chapter 28, verse 11, in hasty contention kindleth a fire, and in hasty fighting sheddeth blood. If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. You see? So if thou blow the spark, it shall burn. Meaning, if you agitate a person and you keep pushing it, forcing the issue, and you keep making a big deal out of nothing, guess what? You're going to get a big deal. A problem, don't start and it won't be nothing. But if you keep starting shit, it's going to be something. And that's what these people are programmed to do. If they see somebody that's not, doing what they think that they should be doing at that very point in time. If they see somebody with a different preference than them. Because right now, certain places here in Ohio, you don't have to wear a mask. So if they see you not wearing a mask, they feel like you should, that's where the contention and the strife and the side looks, So these people are completely hypnotized by this man's television. It says, Sirach 28:12, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. And both these come out of thy mouth, you see? So your mouth determines, whether a situation escalates a lot of times, okay? And these people, they're so agitated, the economy is fucked up, the jobs is fucked up, every place is understaffed. People are stressed, people are under stress. It says that there's a time of great tribulation, so the people, their minds are mentally worn down, and they're pretty much on edge. Everybody's pretty much on edge, And so, let me read that again. Sirach 28:12. If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. Right. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. Because the scripture says that a soft answer turneth away wrath. And that's what it means to spit upon it, to give a soft answer. But they didn't give that man no soft answers, man. He was giving them a soft answer, and they were still getting angry. You see? Proverbs 15:1, it says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stirreth up strife. You see? And, when you, I might put another clip in here with the lady, she was on Spirit Airlines or Delta, and she's cussing out the old man for not wearing his mask, but her mask is not on. I had an experience like that at my job. This was months ago, but during the first lockdown. And the cleaning lady, she ended up getting fired, because she came at me crazy over my mask, because I had my mask below my nose. And she was telling me I need to pull my mask up. I said, look, lady, you the janitor. I said, don't worry about me. I said, if the police want me to pull my mask up, they'll come and tell me. She kept, taunting me and shit. She came down talking shit. I said, why you still, but this was all over a mask. So long story short, her supervisor had to come to TSA, had to kick her out of the checkpoint, and he saw that she was taunting me, and the Lord pretty much had to go my way, and she ended up getting fired or moved to another shift. I haven't seen her since that day. But that shows the mindset that these people are over these masks, man, It says, but grievous words stir up anger. So people are going to be real agitated. Real agitated. The scriptures speak about incontinency increasing, which is a lack of self-control, both sexual self-control and just, having self-control in general. So this is the times that we're living in. This place is completely divided because the spirit of Yahweh Shai is here via this word, via this preaching that we're doing. This is there's a spiritual entity named Yahweh Shai that is within us. Okay, and he's causing our words, the vibrations of these words is causing the earth to sway in the way that it's going, which is in the way of prophecy. Luke chapter 12, verse 49, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? You got massive fires in Colorado, you know, which is known for being freezing cold, but you got fires out there, man. Wildfires. That's Yahweh Shai. Let's jump to 51. It says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. So when the Spirit of truth, the Comforter, has come, which it has come through the Elder Abba Bibbins, Elder High Priest Yaquab, King Mashah, High Priest Ariyah, the Spirit of truth has come through Yahweh Shai, now dealing with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And because of this, it's causing division. Okay, it's causing a division amongst the people, you know, because this word is being preached, and eventually it's going to turn to violence. It says, verse 52, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. And Esau is a house, the house of Edom is a house, and this house is divided. It says, verse 53, the father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, and the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Why? Because of these different policies and these different legislations and these different philosophies that this Edomite, this so-called white man, the Edomites of the Bible, are pushing on the people. It's pretty much making everyone polar opposites, because, you know, the philosophies that are in the earth are so extreme. You got the waxers, and then you got the anti-waxers. You got the abortioners, and then you got the you got the murderers, and you got the anti-murderers. That's pretty much what abortion is. You know, people who are for murder, people who aren't for murdering your own child. So these are extreme views, and they come with emotions. And, you know, a lot of times people blow on it. They don't spit on it. You know, so this is going to cause violence, man, you know, on a large scale, you know, not to mention when you mix in famines and, you know, pestilences and other things that will cause desperation in there. You know, it's the perfect storm. It's the perfect storm that we're about to go through, which in the scriptures is known as Jacob's trouble. You know, so Lord willing, we endure. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachach Chadash, Devil on the Apostle, Elders of Great Millstone, Kwame Shalom.